Here it is, the world's most famous dinosaur, the king of the Cretaceous, with a roar that sends shockwaves through the trees and fear into your heart. The biggest land animal for the local pond. Good morning. I built that up heavily, but I want to add some drama to the reveal of my actual favorite dinosaur, herbivore dinosaur, herbivore. Parasaurolophus is my favorite dinosaur. Period. No questions asked. P-Dawg is my favorite dinosaur ever. I don't like it more than the Carnotaurus. That's my favorite theropod. But whenever I think of a dinosaur, I think of Parasaurolophus too. It thrived in the Cretaceous. It was about 9.5 meters long or longer for bigger individuals and was found everywhere more than 70 million years ago. You cannot turn your neck without seeing at least one or two at your local watering hole. I mean, this guy was ubiquitous. He was just everywhere, kind of like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Yeah, and I could not hyperbolize that you would see this everywhere. He was found in all of these places, which I don't know how I'm going to edit that, but it's probably a long list. It was first found in 1922 in the Canadian province of Alberta. So yeah, that's where P-Dawg is a Canadian. Be my favorite dinosaur ever, and my number one Hadrosaur. I have a lot of reasons why I like this big, chunky, not a monkey. And it stems from the main fact from the noise in which it was theorized to make. You see that long crest sitting on top of its head? That was just not there to look pretty, even though that could have probably also been a part of it. But to allow the unique noise it made to be broadcast at a higher frequency, letting it be heard by other parasaurs, and to have a distinct sound to be heard above of its environment. You see, dinosaurs did not have a larynx or a syrinx like is commonly found in birds or people to be able to produce noise. So the only way they could produce noise was to push air between their closed mouths and inflate the tissue of their throat and then have that be projected out through their mouth. And that would produce the unique noise between dinosaurs. Parasaurolophus is different. Its crest might have been used as a resonance chamber to allow for a louder frequency of its unique noise to be heard, not only across dinosaurs and hadrosaurs, but each individual species of parasaur, which is amazing. We found a very well-preserved fossil of a Parasaurolophus skull, with the remaining parts for paleontologists to reconstruct what it sounded like. This is why I fell in love with the dinosaur, because it produces such a cute and unique sound. I've heard it described online as hauntingly beautiful, which is spot on. I cannot word it any better myself. I wish I could figure out who said that so I could quote them, but just so you know, that's not my words. Those are the words of someone who is infinitely more eloquent than I am. I've taken the time to produce a soundscape of what it might have been like to hear this call in particular in a completely still environment, and I'm going to play it for you right now. Keep in mind, the noise you're about to hear has not been heard in over 70 million years, not only by living things, but on this planet. My homie P-Dawg is spitting bars. Even though this is only one of the common theories as to what the purpose of the crest was for, this one has got to be my favorite. I highly encourage you to go and research Parasaurolophus and the different theories as to what purpose the crest served and what function it could have been used for. Besides the very interesting study of the crest and the noise that Parasaurolophus made, the dinosaur in general was very much the standard hadrosaur. It was very heavy, weighing 3 to 4 tons, which is almost as heavy as the thoughts that keep me awake at night. It used all 4 of its limbs to support its weight and walk, but it could walk and sprint on its hind legs to run away from predators. Its tail was unusually very broad at the base, and for the life of me, I cannot figure out why it would be so dummy thick. But paleontologists have hypothesized that this is so for courtship, to be used during courtship, for whatever reason, and to identify other parasaurs. Unfortunately, it was a prey item to many of the carnivorous theropods of its day. Tyrannosaurs like Gorgosaurus or Daspletosaurus, to early relatives of Tyrannosaurus rex, would make usual meals of parasaurs. It's sad, but unfortunately that's just the circle of life. To rattle off some very scientific information about the Parasaurolophus, they belong to the order Ornithischia, the bird-ape dinosaurs, which means that they are a relative of modern-day birds, and they were certified lovable little puppy dogs. I'm gonna pet that dog. Shut the fuck up. No Parasaurolophus slander will ever be tolerated, and you can quote me on that. We only respect all dinosaurs in this corner of this inhospitable hellscape. You know the typical shit I'm supposed to say at the end of this, but I hope you enjoyed it. Anyways, good night, sleep well.